Alright, hello kindergarten. Today we are going to talk about our October writing prompt and just give you a little bit of feedback. So in September we did a writing prompt and that was basically just a practice. You can find that on each teacher's bulletin board. Mine's on my September bulletin board and we just posted it for it to share. So it looks like most average student work is a picture and then they did their best to do writing to go with it. This one has labels. That's always a good thing to have for kindergarten writing. The standard for kindergarten writing is to write with pictures, letters, and words. So that's what we want by the end of the school year. And then throw labels, that's part of the words as well. So here is our writing prompt for October. What do you like to do in the fall? So here is where the student would illustrate and make sure that it's on topic for what they like to do in the fall. They most certainly need to know to include their name, but they might need help with the date, or maybe you write that for them and just talk about it. Then at the bottom, we have spaces for them to write. At this point in the school year, there are two things that we'd either like them to do. Most certainly, if your child can write in sentences on their own, they need to do it independently. If your child is not quite there, you can write the first part. In the fall, I like to, and have them write the last word. But if your child's not quite at that level yet either, then they can tell you or dictate the sentence to you. In the fall, I like to play in the leaves. So maybe you would write that on a separate piece of paper or a dry erase board and then have them do their best to copy it here. So there are three different levels your child can do. They can write independently. You can start the sentence. In the fall, I like to blank and have them write the last part by themselves. Or they dictate the sentence to you. You write it somewhere and then they copy it on their page. So that is kind of what we're looking for as a kindergarten team. Just to give you an idea of what we're looking for, eventually we want 4-star writing, but we know we're not quite there yet. So this is 1 star. There's a picture, there's not a lot of color, there's one basic sentence. Then we can move up to 2. We've added another sentence, there's color to the picture, there's more detail. We move up to 3, even more detail, a little bit more writing. And then the last stage is we've drawn a picture, we filled up the entire space. They've written multiple sentences about it. They start with capitals, they end with end marks. But we're aware we're at different levels in the school year. That's kind of why we did the September writing prompt to gauge where our students are at. And now, we'll probably start here on the lower end with a 2 or a 1 if we're even there yet. So go ahead and just make sure that you're asking your child to do as much as they can. Never do for a child what he or she can do for himself, and make it your own to meet your child's needs. And then when you email that to your teacher, you can take a picture of the prompt or you can scan it, whichever is easier for you. Go ahead and put, what you did with the student. She told me a sentence, I wrote it down, she copied it, she wrote this independently, he did the second part, I started the sentence, whatever you need to do to meet your child's needs, but most certainly push them to do the most that they can on their own. So you will be getting this recording along with our October writing prompt emailed to you over the weekend, and feel free to contact your teachers if you have any questions. Good luck!